Isolation is something that has really held me back from a lot. When I'm stuck in isolation, it really puts a pause on my life. It puts a pause on not only my life, but my calling, on my purpose, my goals. Everything stops. But the thing is, life keeps going. I decided to do a 3-part series on mental health, and today is part 2 on isolation. I'm going to talk about a few ways to help me overcome isolation in the past. I have struggled with isolation for years, and it's still something that I battle with every day. I understand both how painful isolation can be and how easy it is to fall into it. What is isolation? Isolation is being in a state of solitude. It's being disconnected from the world emotionally and physically. Falling into isolation is like a setup. Isolation, in a sense, is like putting a pause on life. It can also take a negative effect on not only your relationship with yourself, but your friendships, your family, your loved ones, and even your relationship with God. The first thing I'm going to bring up is FaceTime people. And I say FaceTime because I feel FaceTime is way more personal. I typically would say to make plans ahead of time, and making these plans would hold you accountable to actually show up and to talk with somebody, but under the circumstances, it is a bit different. FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, any of these things. Using these platforms can really give you that in-person experience just virtually. It forces you to let people in your personal life just a bit, and same goes with them letting you in. My pastor said something that really resonated with me yesterday during a Facebook Live, and he said, "We may need to isolate our physical bodies, but that does not mean we have to starve our spirit." This really stuck with me because it's so true. Right now, we may need to be stuck inside, but that doesn't mean we have to isolate ourselves from the world. We have technology where we have the ability to talk to anybody around the world. We have that choice to isolate ourselves or to just use this 3 weeks and to make an impact in the world. I'm going to read you Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. "Two people are better than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble." This verse reminds me that we are designed to socialize. We are designed with a purpose to make an impact in other people's lives, which means we have to talk to people and socialize. We weren't built and designed to be alone. We were designed to love people, to laugh, to talk. And even under the circumstances, you can still find those things. Accepting isolation is like opening the door, inviting depression and anxiety in your life. And knowing this gives you the power to say no to isolation and forcing yourself to actually go out and communicate with people. That's the one thing that can be really hard. And here's a perfect example to kind of compare and contrast with it a little bit. It's like going to the gym. If you're new to the gym and you're new to health and fitness, going to the gym can be really hard. It can be really hard to get yourself out of bed, but you know it's good for you. You know it's going to help you get to your fitness goals. You know it's going to give you endorphins so you feel better after. You know the health benefits, so you do it. It's much like that. With isolation, you know you should go out. You know you should call somebody. You know you should do these things because it's good for you. And it's not only good for you, but it's good for the other person as well. Falling into isolation can create a selfishness a little bit. And that, I was even kind of hesitant to even mention this part, but I really feel I should actually, so I'm just going to say it. Falling into isolation can be pretty selfish. And I can say this because I know for me, when I've allowed myself to fall into isolation, I really feel guilty after, once it's kind of passed a little bit, and it's kind of like I snap back into reality. Because falling into isolation, it creates this all about me. It's all about me, 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 me. I don't want to go out because I feel bad. I don't want to go out because of this, you know? It's all about you, and you focus less on other people. I'm going to read you Ecclesiastes 4:12. "A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken." Do I even need to say anything more? Don't do life alone. We weren't designed to do life alone, and I cannot say that any more than I have already. And I've already said this, and I'm going to say it again. We are built to do life with people. I want to be able to help others. I want to be able to be there for people the way people have been there for me. And when you do that, it's not about you. When you're there for people, you're taking away what you want. Maybe you don't want to be on the phone. Maybe you don't want to meet up for coffee after a long day of work. Being there for people, it's not about you. Take the time and FaceTime some friends. You'll be surprised just how much you'll be laughing and just smiling and just catching up with somebody. If your church is going virtual on either Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anything, if they're going live on a platform to share a message with you, or just, the pastor's talking throughout the week, hop on live and join them. And even though you may not be with them in person, be with them virtually. Make it a party. Have the live playing on TV and have your snacks and drinks and do what you gotta do to make yourself comfortable. Be a part of what's going on in social media. I know right now things are very negative, and even on TV, like I know for me and my family, we're not on TV as much right now. We're watching mainly like Hulu, Netflix, Apple TV, because it's just a lot of negativity, and that's not what I need in my life right now. I understand what's going on in the world. I understand how serious coronavirus is, but that does not mean I have to let coronavirus ruin my day or even ruin this 3-week quarantine process. I choose my happiness. And I choose what I'm gonna let get to me. And for me, I'm choosing joy. I'm choosing to believe that there is something greater at the end of this. Nothing happens accidentally. I know his hand is covering the situation, and I know he will bring healing. People are craving a light right now. People are craving just people who are calm, who are not anxious about this, who are okay. And be that light for people. Call a couple friends or family members that you know are living on their own and who might just need someone to check in on them. Be that light for them. Plan out your day. This is a big one. My mama and I have been doing this every day since the quarantine. We plan out our day ahead of time, whether that looks like cleaning, cooking, homework time, whatever that looks like, we plan our day out ahead of time. Just because we're stuck inside and during this quarantine process, that does not mean we have to just stop our lives. We're still living. Don't take all purpose away from your life. Have structure in your days. Plan out what you're still needing to do and accomplish and get done. I may not be able to work right now, but I can use that time to sell some things around the house I've been trying to sell already. These things are honestly just so realistic and nothing crazy about isolation. I just kind of wanted to take a minute and just talk about my personal experience with isolation away from the points that I've written down for this video. Isolation is something that has really held me back from a lot. When I'm stuck in isolation, it really puts a pause on my life. It puts a pause on not only my life, but my calling. It's like you hope the world is on pause, waiting for you to tap out of it, but the world keeps going. It can be very painful because you want to go out. You want to be a part of these plans that you've been invited at. You want to be a part of going to your grandparents for a family dinner with everybody, or going to church with a group. You want to be a part of these things. Isolation, like I brought up earlier, isolation invites depression and it invites anxiety, and it opens the door for them to intrude on your life. Don't let it. You start believing the lies your mind tells you, telling you you're not good enough, telling you they don't want you there. Who are you kidding? You're just gonna bring the group down. Your mind is gonna tell you lies. I understand how painful this could be and how it really can put a pause on your life, and not only your life, but your purpose, on the things that you have for your goals. The joy, the light in your eyes, it vanishes. Know your value. Know that you are loved, you're wanted, that you're cared for. You have a God, a Father who gave his only Son to die on the cross for you. You meant so much to him that he wanted to give his only Son to die on the cross so you could have a relationship with him. A relationship so real and so personal. Your life is yours. Picture a jail cell. Isolation is like being locked up in a jail cell, but how do you get out? You have the key. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you don't miss my next video. I do post a video every 5 days. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear, what are your thoughts on today's video? Maybe something you need prayer on. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments section down below. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I will see you next time.